I still believe in us, but we haven't proved anything yet. So we got work to do.
In your view, what's missing?
Sorry?
What's missing? What's it going to take for you guys as a team to put a full season together so you're not playing catch up the way that you have the last few years?
It's a lot of small areas that has to get better. But overall, I mean, our play on the ice, we've had a lot of games that it's been winnable, and we haven't won those games. We can sit here and talk about little things, but most of it has to get better.
Rasmus, what in your opinion changed over maybe the last 20 games, over the last 5 weeks? And is that something you believe you can carry into next season?
Yeah, we got better, and especially the leadership. I got me as a captain. I took some steps, and also the leadership group. We took some steps. We played the right way, night in and night out. We played more of a mature game. So yeah, I think we can for sure build for next year.
What steps do you think you took as a leader?
I mean, everything was so new in the beginning of the season. I've learned a lot throughout the year. I just realized that be myself is the best way for being a captain. And it's a new role, and it took some time to get comfortable with.
Rasmus, when you look at the power play, it was a season-long issue, but at the end of the season, you really did seem to have a breakthrough. You were around 30%, I think, for a period of more than 10 games. What contributed to the power play starting to take some steps here at the end of the year?
We wasn't forcing stuff. We kind of understood what roles we had in the power play. Our solves were way better. We had calm. We didn't, like I said, we wasn't forcing stuff. And then, we got overall better. We learned a lot.
Rasmus, this offseason, how involved do you want to be in conversations with Kevin regarding the next direction of the team, and have those even already begun with your exit interview?
I'll do whatever it takes. Whatever it takes to get us into a playoff spot.
Do you want to have ongoing dialogue with helping him make decisions on ways to improve the team?
Sure.
What was Lindy's message to you guys as you broke for the summer?
That we have to get better. We have to improve in most of the areas, and we better come back in good shape. Yeah, I hope everybody has their best summer.
You know, last year you guys were talking about practice, needing to practice harder, needing to be more accountable, things like that. How would you assess, where you guys were this season?
We practiced hard this year.
What about as far as accountability to one another?
We had accountability. You can talk about accountability, but for me, accountability is look yourself in the mirror. And I think we got better with that throughout the year. At the end of the year, you guys were looking themselves in the mirror and got better. Got more consistent with their game. So yeah.
So many of you guys have, in a lot of ways, grown up together as pros. Did you see a change this season in terms of you guys being more comfortable pushing each other, whether it be in practice or after games, to make sure that you guys are improving?
Yeah. no one has any issues with telling someone or being honest with each other. I think we have come there as a group. Guys can be hard on each other, that's for sure. But like I said, now we just have you got to look yourself in the mirror.
Looking back on the 13-game winless streak, obviously you didn't play in a lot of those games, but just now being able to look back at it, how big of an impact do you think they had on this season, and why was this team not able to get out of it at during it?
That losing streak, I think there was a lot of tight games, which we could have won. That would for sure help us in the standings. I wouldn't say we didn't necessarily play bad. We didn't play like we lost 10 in a row. We could have won a couple of those games, but we did it to ourselves. We can't blame anyone except for ourselves.
How would you describe your leadership style? I mean, it's your first, being a captain for the first time here in the NHL. How would you describe how you lead them?
I would say on the ice with my play, and then obviously if I have to talk, I'm going to talk. But my play on the ice.
When I think of leadership style and when you decide you want to talk, a lot of times the captain has to be the one to step up when the times are toughest. I think back to the New Jersey situation with Tage, and it seemed like that was a moment in the sand of the season. How did you, in your mind, handle that moment, and how much do you think that impacted the team going forward? It seemed like after that, this team was a lot more together and a lot more bonded in a lot of ways.
Yeah, that was a wake-up call for sure. We did what we have to do after what happened. We became closer. That stuff never happened again. But yeah, that was for sure a wake-up call for us. That should never ever happen again.
Rasmus, you've said this all year, and you said it again today, that you believe in this group. You believe you guys can fix this. And, you just had a meeting with Lindy and Kevin Adams, and you have a belief in that. What has Kevin Adams said to you that makes you believe that, yeah, this can be done here?
I mean, I don't want to go into details exactly what we talked about, but I mean, I believe in the group. I believe in the players we have. We have so much talent in that group. Like it's such a young group, and I think you need experience to become a winning hockey team, and we haven't had a lot of experience. That's why I'm saying I really believe in this group. But now we've had a couple of years now when the same team has been together, so I think it's time now to take the next step.
Last summer, they brought in Zucker, McLeod. Would you like to see more of those type of veterans brought in to supplement what the players that you currently have?
Those two guys you're mentioning, they've done a really good job this year. I'm super happy we have them. I mean, whatever it takes to become a better hockey team, I'm open.
Rasmus, understanding, excuse me, that you have relationships with these guys. You're the captain. I'm sure you've grown up with a lot of these guys. Do you think maybe a change is needed, like a substantial change to your core group to try and get you over the hump?
What do you mean by that?
Just with the roster, probably in general. You just talked about how you've got a lot of youth on your team, and youth needs experience. Do you maybe need to sacrifice talent for something else that isn't currently on the roster?
I mean, I'm not here to say, I'm not the GM. I can only look myself in the mirror and see what I can do better. So I don't really know what we need. I just know that the guys we have on our roster has to do a better job.
Rasmus, what can you say about the season Alex Tuck had and maybe the impact he had on you in your first season as captain?
Tucky had a great year, especially the last part of the season, or second half was unbelievable. I believe he can be a 50 goal scorer. I mean, he got so much potential, and he was taking steps this year, which was fun to watch.
How did he help you kind of in your first year as captain? Just, share some of that leadership responsibility.
A lot of guys have different roles in the locker room, and he likes to talk. He likes to set things up. He likes to team bonding stuff, and also obviously everybody knows what he's doing on the ice, and but he's been a huge part of our leadership group.
Rasmus, the last couple of months, it seems like your game has reached another level. And you talked about looking in the mirror. When you look in the mirror, what kind of things do you want to improve on? What do you see that you'd like to improve on?
Our power play hasn't been good enough. I'm a big part of that. Our D zone hasn't been good enough. I'm a big part of that. So those two areas, I would say. Thank you.
Rasmus, are you going to play for Sweden?